Hello, co-creators, and welcome to your December 2024 relationship reading. I am nyemareina, your friendly neighborhood oracle, and as always, we're going to cleanse you up and get started. So the way that we do our relationship readings on this here side of TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, if you new to this, as we ask your angels, your guides, your spiritual team, source, the creator, the mother, all that loves and supports you, co-creator, how will you be relating when it comes to your family, your businesses or your career, your friends, your partnerships, yourself, right? Your finances, the world. How will you be relating, right? And we're going to do a 7-card spread, which is a little bit different than what we usually do. Because Spirit says you coming from this new, beautiful energy co-creator, where you have realized, where you're in the energy of, if you love, if you into indie music, there's an artist that I love and that's been coming up in you guys' channels, Aniko, her new single, Satellite. And Spirit says we're coming from that energy into December, and it's going to stick with us, Ashe, for the rest of December as we head into that new Western calendar new year, right? Where we are, Ashe, made anew, right? Or if you're into the astrology calendar, it sets us up for that last quarter of the astrological new year, right? Which is in April. So Spirit says we're coming with that energy. Don't need no spotlight in the dark. I'ma still shine bright. Aliens unite. Beam me up. I'm about to take flight. Right? There's this energy of coming into realization of your light. Right? And for a lot of you, solidifying your light. Right? And Spirit says recognizing that you are light, right? And therefore you don't need a spotlight, co-creator. You shine regardless of the place, right? Regardless of the time, regardless of how you feel, baby, you still shine when you hanging on to the wall, snot crying. Right? You are still a beacon of light, co-creator. And Spirit is saying a lot of this collective is starting to truly walk in that energy, right? And as above, so below, as within, so without. If you are realizing, if you are solidifying, if you are walking by your light, Ashe, then your outside begins to also reflect that, right? And this is very important in the month of December because, baby, we have 3 moon cycles in December. We have our new moon in Sagittarius on December 1st. We have our full moon in Gemini, Ashe, December 15th. And we also have our new black moon in Capricorn on December 30th. Right? Emotions on high, intuition on high, right? While half of the time we're dealing with retrograde energy of Mercury, right? Where communication, right? Ain't doing what it needs to do, right? So Spirit is saying in all this energy, right? You're going to be extremely emotional, right? Extremely intuitive. Spirit is saying the new moon in Sagittarius is bringing forth the truth that we talked about, right? This truth that we're walking into. And Spirit is also asking you, right? New moon energy, manifesting energy. What do you want? Or planting of seeds. What do you want? Right? In that Sagittarius energy, truthfully, what do you want? And start to calculate. I'm feeling. Or Spirit is saying, be calculated with your feelings. You know that all these emotional energies are out there. I'm hearing transmute, right? You may be feeling a little funky about what happened at work on Wednesday, right? Gather that energy, co-creator, and ask for it to go forth towards the things that you want, right? It could be as small as, I don't want Thursday to be funky, creator or spirit. Help me to change this funky energy from Wednesday into the best energy that it can be on Thursday, right? Full moon in Gemini, right? Where we are open. I say they're saying for Gemini, that dual nature, receiving and surrendering, right? Receiving and giving. Spirit says, receive what you want and surrender that which you don't. Moving into that new black moon in Capricorn, where Spirit says, okay, maybe some of y'all weren't truthful about what you wanted, right? In the beginning of the month. Or maybe you thought this is what was going to get you to a certain point. And maybe in that Sag energy, we have to go back to the drawing board, right? So Spirit is providing us a new, a second time to plant seeds. Right? And for a lot of people, Spirit is saying it's also going to be a reboot, right? So December for some of you guys may be extremely draining, okay, with all the energies, but you have that time, the new moon in Capricorn on the 30th to release, right? Energy at the end of the Western calendar year is always messy. Right? When we're not in the spiritual game and we're just out there, we just thrown out there in the 3D, right? We all had that feeling of, oh my God, right? When it came to the holiday months, and you don't understand why. But once you get into spirituality and astrology and all these things, you realize that there really is a culmination of energy that occurs around this time. And Spirit gives us for tools, right? However you have that, through meditation, through astrology, through affirmation, however you can calm that energy, you can transmute that energy, is beneficial for you, co-creators. Ashe. Let me see, we got one more card. Same thing, right? You are the light within the dark. Right? And there's something that Spirit had gave me for your actual December reading, and it talks about the 12-pointed star, right? And we touched in on that, so I feel like that's a sign too for me as well. So start checking your girl out for those all signs Ashe reading, because that 12-point star is about you being in the center, co-creator, whole. And they're showing me you in the center, co-creator, with that light, right? Don't need no spotlight in the dark. I'ma still shine bright, right? So it's still that you are this light in the center. And these 12 points in this star is the zodiac signs, right? The wholeness of you. You are every archetype of the zodiac. Each gives you clues on how to interact with you, right? We're talking about relating, how to relate with yourself. When you feeling extra fiery, when you feeling extra froggy, and you and you want to leap at somebody, you might want to go to the Aries, right? The Aries energy, and look at what Aries needs to do in order to heal that. Right? When you're feeling a little egotistic, right? You might want to check out the Leo and see how the Leo is supposed to heal the ego, right? When you're feeling a little dual-minded, right? You might want to check out the Gemini and what the Gemini needs to do to heal. This is what Spirit is really starting to get us to see. You are light. You are energy. But there are also energies that exist outside of yourself, co-creator, that is then reflected back. So if you can if you can tune into these other energies and either transmute or use, come on now, things in life begin to click and begin to get just a bit easier. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So we at that 9-minute mark. And we're going to get into the cards, right? We're going to get into the cards. So we're asking your angels, your guides, your spiritual team, source, the creator, the mother, everything that loves and protects you, co-creator. What do you need to know about your family and how you're relating? What do you need to know about your friends and how you are relating? What do you need to know about your partnerships and how you will be relating? What do you need to know about business and how you will be relating? Give me one for finance. They're telling me to shuffle. Nope. One more time. Yes. One for your finances. Yes, the world. And uno más for self. Let's get into it. And we are back, co-creators. Ashe, it's been a few days for your girl to complete out these cards. Ashe. And the first thing that I heard was divine time. Look for that. Look for your relationships again with your family, your friends, your partnerships, your business, your finances, the way that you interact with the world and yourself. Ashe, again, they're giving me that December 25th. Towards the end of this month, there's going to be I want to say for some of you, this is a huge shift. For others, this is a huge shift, but it has happened over time, right? There's this culmination that is setting you up, co-creators, for that new energy that we talked about in the beginning of the reading. Ashe. And again, there's this, right, new moon in Sagittarius. There's this long term, right? This is a great time for us to make long-term plans or to start something new. And so Spirit is saying, again, a lot of you, this new moon is ushering in this energy. It's giving you support for this energy, and it's telling you that it's time for this energy. Okay, so when it comes to your family, come on now. Ain't that something? Let there be light. Ashe. Photograph. Photograph. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Ashe. And I feel like it belongs in the reverse. In the reverse, right? That there's this pull. Ashe is what I hear. There's this pull for the collective to go back. And for a lot of you, this has to do with your family. There's also a pull for some of you to bring your family along. Ashe, which we don't hear about a lot, but I'm feeling like a mentorship. I'm feeling like maybe your little cousin sees you doing this and then they get inspired, or maybe your baby cousin sees you doing this. So it must be little cousin, baby cousin, or maybe your sister or your brother or your aunt or the neighbor across the street, right? There's something about this immediate energy within your space, co-creator, which tends to be family, that is saying, we want you to go back. But there's almost to the point of being stubborn, right? Because they're showing me Taurus, or you could be a Taurus, that you are not going back. Right? That it's a been there, done that. And there is a nostalgia to this, right? There's a sense of a lot of you guys having this relationship with family that may be at this time turned upside down, right? And I feel like a lot of you, this catalyst was Thanksgiving. Maybe Thanksgiving things changed for you. Maybe Thanksgiving you finally decided to do something different. Whatever it is, right? Spirit says you have taken that step forward, Ashe, and they're showing me this egg to become you. Right. The baby bird doesn't stay with the mother bird its whole life, right? There's a time where you gain your wings, Ashe, and you And it's not that you leave completely out, it's this feeling of you graduating, you going on to the next adventure, you know what I'm saying, but not necessarily now they're saying for some this is again your world turning upside down because you have left that family dynamic. But for the most of you, there's this nostalgic come back, and it's not going to be what it was, and I'm feeling a peace about it. So some of you this month are going to gain peace when it comes to looking back, ashe, at your past, and um and some of the relationships when it comes to family that you had to let go of, ashe. So we're talking about your friends wedding rings. Ashe, we got this last time, right? Union, wedding, marriage, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. Now, the first thing I got was best friend. So whoever is bestie in your life, co-creator, and I don't want to say there's a need, but there's going to be a time to maybe that friend is going to need you, or maybe you guys are going to have your own, Christmas exchange, or maybe this is tapping into that friends giving that a lot of you guys had out there. Whatever this is, there's a new commitment and compromise when it comes to your friendships. I feel like that compromise has to do with this new you and a new way of moving within your friendships. Ashe. But there's a deepening also here. And I can't shake that feeling of a need. So your bestie may be in need, ashe, this December, right? You may be that shoulder that they need to cry on. Spirit is saying some of y'all may forget them gifts. Okay, I don't know what that's about, but make sure, ashe, that you get them gifts early and don't wait till the last minute. Okay, because I'm feeling like somebody gonna have some anxiety around this. Okay, ashe. So when it comes to your partnerships, right? Seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. Now this is in your partnerships. Now what they told me about that, the third party interference is, again, our poly people who are out there, our non-conventional relationships that are out there, non-monogamous. I'm also hearing there is this sweetness surrounding partnerships this month. Okay, again, they're throwing me back to the wedding rings. There's a deepening of friendship, and which leads to a deepening of partnership. Ashe, I'm hearing the seduction that a lot of you guys are seducing yourselves. Come on now. And because you are feeling yourselves so much, ashe, that this is ashe being reflected in those partnerships, in those relationships. I'm hearing for those of you who are single and not in partnerships, let your hair down. Right? You are your most attractive right now. If it's all about you doing you, boo, you do the best you that you could do. Ashe is what I'm feeling. And there's this happy, beautiful energy around your partnerships, co-creator, this month. Okay, they're also throwing me to business partnerships, and I'm getting this in twofold. They're saying for some of you, there is a underlining attraction going on with business partnerships. Now you could be an entrepreneur and babes, right? And babes is your partner. Okay, so that could be what I'm picking up on, but I'm also picking up on that there is a business partner that is kind of looking at you, co-creator, and Spirit says this is up to you if this is something that you want to explore. Ashe, but if it is, I'm feeling like allow it to be more lighthearted, not so much pressure. Ashe. And for others, this business partnership, they're saying that there is someone who may be making you feel uncomfortable in the workspace. Okay. And I'm feeling like they're saying speak up about that, right? That maybe this person doesn't understand that you don't have that type of humor, right? Or that you don't joke around about these things. Spirit says there is a way after December 15th. Hello. Once our bestie look at bestie over here. Once our bestie gets out of retrograde, aka Mercury, okay, have that conversation for those who that applies for. So after December 15th, open up and have that conversation. Ashe. So for our business, the chaser. The chaser in codependent relationships, fear of abandonment issues. Now I'm feeling, now I see why I couldn't read that and why I felt uneasy. Chaser in codependent relationships, business. So it's giving, again, like I said before, do you, boo, right? Don't chase after what you want. Attract what you want, co-creator, when it comes to your business, right? Your clients should want to come to you. And I'm feeling like they're showing me sales, right? They're showing me a sales sign. And I feel like this is an undervaluement. And let me raise my hand. And let me raise my hand, right? Because I've been thinking about my price points as well. And Spirit says this is something, again, that my collective is working on, because I'm working on it, right? About seeing the worth not just in you, but in what you produce. Ashe, not chasing it, but just becoming it. Right? You want to be the best manager that you can possibly be, right? Being that helicopter manager is not going to get you there, right? But making sure that your employees are comfortable and knowledgeable might be the better approach, is what I'm feeling. Like there's just a bit of a tweak that needs to be happening. And they're showing me that, like, look at me, old school, like the turning of a key in a car, right? Like there's just a happening, right? Spirit say boom, it's gonna start. Spirit says your car is going to start, co-creators, right? But you may need to warm it up a little bit. Okay, and I feel like that's warming yourself up to you. To be you. And again, allow your business to reflect that, who you are. So that those relationships that reflect you come in when it comes to your business, whether that be your customers, whether that be your boss, your teammates, whatever it is that you do, right? Spirit is saying, be you. And whoever is not supposed to be in that energy, whomever is not supposed to receive, right? Because when we work, when we're in a business, we are providing some type of service. So whoever is supposed to receive your service will receive it, right? So pricing yourself down does not help. Not speaking up does not help, right? Because again, those who should be in our energy will be in our energy, and those who are not will not. And spirits, they're making me feel like we need to make this approach when it comes to our business, right? And not just those relationships that we usually think about, which is our partnerships and our friendships and our family, right? Spirit says start to apply this to your business. You do not chase, co-creator, you attract. So set your prices, set your boundaries, right? If you're in a work office environment, right? And know that you're doing this to attract the correct or the right or the most in tune or aligned energy. Ashe. When it comes to finances, come on now, dance with me now, dance with me now, dance with me now, Dance with me now. Now. These two, right? We going hand in hand, right? We do not chase co-creator. We have no fear. Ashe, as long as we sit in this energy of love, the highest frequency that you can be in, then all things are given unto you. Spirit says love on your finances unconditionally, with a passion, damn near as much as you love yourself, starts to attract it. Look at you with all that all up in your hand, child. Right? Can barely carry it out. Right? Spirit had me write something, and I'm going to share with you because it is in line with that message of your finances. And it's an affirmation. Money flows to me freely and continually. I am the rich flow of currency. Currency is here to enhance my life. Money flows to me freely and continuously. I am the rich flow of currency. Currency is here to enhance my life. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So when it comes to the world, karmic relationships, fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. So we know now, right? Ashe, Spirit say we in this collective, if you true to this, but even if you new to this, you are now co-creator on the frequency of being above lessons. You are now attuned to the frequency of receiving blessings and gifts and wisdom at 1717. Ashe, from the situations that occur in your life. And because of that, karma begins to fall away. Because you let go and you love you. So this is a new world approach. This is a new way that the collective is going to be interacting with this world. Understanding triggers, understanding turmoil, understanding resentment, understanding all of that which is outside of yourself is a reflection of all that is within. So if you let go of the things that you do not want, if you surrender the things that you cannot change, and instead you let go and you love you, it becomes a whole new world. And this is how you're going to be interacting with this world, knowing that wisdom. Ashe. And last but not least, self. How will you be relating with self this month, co-creator? Mirroring each other. Self-image. Relationship reflects our wounds. Introspection. So they're throwing me out to relationships reflect our wounds. And they're saying shadow work, inner child work. A lot of you have gained so much power from doing this year. And this is that new reflection. This is that new energy at 1919. Come on now. Your number from last month, right? A lot of you guys really diving into this energy, really healing from a lot of things they're telling me in November that brings you into this beautiful energy of December. Introspection. Now when I said self, What I meant by self is higher self, Ashe. What I meant by self is soul, right? You are going to start to reflect the beautiful energy that is yourself, that is your soul, that is your higher self, co-creator, right? Letting go of committing to karmic relationships and instead committing to love, right? Allowing love to overshadow what was in the past as you gained wisdom, knowledge, blessings, and gifts, so that you can come to this point of time where you understand that you are no longer the chaser, and that as long as you seduce yourself, you seduce this life. Woo! And you become its mirror. Spirit says no longer the puppet, no longer the people pleaser, no longer the chaser, no longer the one who falls into the trap of karmic relationships. Instead, you have walked into a time where you are naturally pure magic. And Spirit said it's time, baby, to reflect and to relate from that place. Ooh, it may look rocky, co-creator, but at the end of this month, come on now, you coming out pure magic. Namaste. And Ashe. With the crows confirming. Co-creators.